22.8. Buying online can feel like one of the most convenient ways to shop, but it comes with its own frustrations if you have to wait at home to get things delivered.
Yeah, if you've had trouble getting your parcels, you're in good company. A new study from the consumer rights group Which claims one online shopper in 4 has experienced a problem of some sort with the delivery in the past year. Here are some of your stories.
It's really frustrating because they just throw it near the door and they just leave it immediately, and we try and contact them and they don't really answer their phone.
Normally they're fine, I have to admit, but sometimes they do arrive when I'm not there.
I think it's got easier because I've just ordered something and you know, you can click and collect. They bring it to a local store. You don't even have to go into town centre.
They normally take it to a neighbour or leave me a red card and I go and pick it up from the post office. So yeah, no problems.
Somebody left one of my girlfriend's expensive items under a bush in our front yard, and I couldn't find it for ages. I spent about 30 minutes trying to find it.
My grandson had a telephone delivered the other week and I waited in from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night when it arrived.
Very frustrating, especially if you have to take time off work and then they don't turn up and you've just wasted a day's holiday or you've lost some pay.
Well, with us now is Alex Neal from Which and Angela O'Connell from the distribution company Metapack. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
So Alex, basically if you order something online to be delivered, there's a 4 to 1 chance it's going to be a problem.
That's right. We found that many people shop online for the convenience of getting things delivered to their door, only to find that retailers are letting them down. 1 in 4 of us have had a problem with the delivery in the last 12 months. And we're saying that's not good enough, so we've launched a campaign today to stamp out dodgy deliveries.
Actually, I should say it's not necessarily 1 in 4 because it's 1 in 4 over a year. So, in fact, the odds are a lot longer against, in fact, you having a problem with your delivery. Isn't that right?
That's right. I mean, what's important to remember is that UK retailers are leading the world in e-commerce, and so if you look at globally, they are very, very strong. There is increasing innovation to help consumers have better choice in their deliveries.
Okay, but so many people, and especially in the run-up, I hardly dare mention it, to that event at Christmas time. So many people will be buying online, expecting things to happen. So what kind of things are really making a difference to people? The fact that, you know, you can be at home for just 1 hour rather than the whole day, for example. Well,
we are seeing increasing delivery options, so you can pick up at your local store, at your local train station, at the shops. So retailers are really trying to build on that innovation.
When it comes to delivery to your door, though, you've come across some interesting cases. We heard from one man though who'd found a package in a bush. What are the worst examples you've come across?
Yeah, there's some shocking examples. I mean, consumers are really passionate about this. We've had lots of good stories in from our campaign supporters. One of which, pretty shocking, their wedding dress was left in the wheelie bin. Somebody else's suit was in the rabbit hutch. So there are some problems, and people say the top issues that they find shopping online are, you know, getting the package delivered, understanding what's happening on the day, having a specific time slot, delays with the delivery, and then the goods actually damaged when they arrived. So there are real problems. Some retailers are doing a good job and we want others to step up.
Do you think it's time now, because there seems to be a sort of real change in the way we do some shopping? Does there really need to be a kind of rethink of how we get those goods to us, to our houses?
Yeah, there should be some innovation. People do really like shopping online. It's only going to increase, so there should be some solutions, and some retailers are leading the way, as we've already talked about, and there should be more that should be done for others, so that it's a standard thing. That's why people shop online, so deliveries do need to improve.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you've got to pity the poor delivery driver, though, because they're on a very tight schedule, aren't they? I mean, should it be that perhaps distribution companies, I don't know which stage you're involved, should be actually saying, well, let's charge a bit more for delivery if we have to, but let's have more people out on the road so that they're not too rushed and not then left dumping suits in rabbit hutches.
Yeah, I think it's all down to consumer choice. So you should have the option of having it fast if you want it fast, but be prepared to pay the premium for that service. And equally, if you're prepared to wait a bit longer, then you've got the option to be able to choose what's more convenient for you.
Are there, I know there are some companies sort of looking at other places that you can pick things up from. What sort of things are they looking at?
Well, so at stations, for example, you can do click and collect or click and commute, so you can pick up your shopping on your way home. You've got lockers there's over 300 lockers in the UK now, where you can have your deliveries.
Is that a personal locker, or how does that work?
Well, so it's a range of companies that have set up these systems in the lockers, and you have a pin where you put your pin in, and then you can get your delivery.
What are the best ways of sort of sorting this out, though, in the view of Which?
So we're campaigning for companies to provide specific time slots on a specific day to give you updates and texts or emails to update you on the day about what's happening with your delivery. And then to also ask you up front, what should they do if you're not in or they can't deliver the parcel? Because that's one of the biggest bugbears, and obviously you don't want it dumping on your doorstep. So we're calling on all the retailers to do that, just to improve that basic level of service.
The other thing that people seem to be saying to us this morning is that they turn up to do a delivery, apparently just put the card through the door, don't even knock on the door, turn around and go back again. Is that something that you've seen echoed?
That's a common story actually that we've heard, that people don't feel like that, you know, all efforts are made to deliver the item. So that's obviously a real concern.
And briefly, what are your rights? I mean, is there any sort of get back at companies when you do have a bad delivery, so to speak?
Absolutely. The bottom line is with deliveries, the buck stops with the retailer. So whoever sold you the product needs to sort it out. So if it's delayed, lost or damaged, your consumer rights are with that retailer and they need to put it right.
Okay. Alex, Angela, thank you both very much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.